Pada ki jai. Sai Ananta Kota Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Ramsikho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Bhavanitananda. Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Jai Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shamakund. Radha Kund Giri Govardhan ki. Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Navadev Simai Bhadam ki. Kalkata Yatra ki jai. Jagannath Balaram Subhadra Maharani ki jai. Arun Sashti Mahotsav ki jai. Ganga Mai ki jai. Jamuna Mai ki jai. Bhakti Devi Tulsi Maharani ki jai. Sri Harinam Sankirtan Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Nitai Go Premanandi Hari Go. Glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glory to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Glories to Sri Prabhu. Jai Sri Jagannath Arun Sashti Mahotsav ki jai. So this is the festival of Arun Shasti when the cold weather comes. Like in Jagannath Puri, it's warm practically all the year round. But this month, this month here is the coldest month. Not that cold, but it's the coldest month. And so Jagannath wears a thicker cloth. It's a new cloth. And they starch the cloth. And so looking nice. And then they dress Lord Jagannath in colored clothing. It mentions silk, but silk could also be silk, or it could also be jute or pat. They sometimes refer to that as being silk. Anyway, red, blue, white, these are some of the colors mentioned. How Lord Jagannath was dressed in these, and Balaram was dressed in their cloth. It didn't mention the red, but usually it's understood that Subhadra will be dressed in red. The Shakti generally dresses in red. And they have many kind of flower ornaments, flower bracelets, flower armlets, head decorations, all kinds of wonderful flower decoration. And Lord Jagannath and his associates would go to see the festival in the temple, and they were in ecstasy just by seeing how Jagannath dresses up in different kinds of clothing throughout the year. Chandan Yatra, he has 12 dresses that he wears for 12 days from Chandan Yatra. 12 dresses. And throughout the different times of the year, he wears different dresses. Chandan Lagi dress, Padma Lagi dress. And they wear by titi. Everything is done by titi. So they have the Naga Arjunas, their bows and arrows, standing there. Nataraj, Kaliya Taman, they bring Kaliya, make a Kaliya on some another Krishna dances on his head. Agasora, they make Agasora. The boys are going to the Agasora's mouth. So all these different types of dresses in these different festival times, it makes everything wonderfully transcendental and very enjoyable for Lord Jagannath. When Gop Kumar, he went to see the Lord in Vaikuntha, and somehow or another, he was made the king of Puri. And then, so he was the king of Puri, and after that he became the king of, he went to Vaikuntha to see the Lord. So he was staying there with the Lord in Vaikuntha. And he was, and Gopkumar was saying, better go back from Vaikuntha, better to go back down to the worldly planet. Puri, Jagannath Puri. There was a festival every day. We were having a great time there, seeing Jagannath dressing. Better to stay in Jagannath Puri and stay in Vaikuntha, because there's so many nice festivals for Jagannath. So that's the supreme position of Jagannath Puri is even better than Vaikuntha, according to Gopakumar. So, anyway, so Pundarik, Vidyanidhi and Mahaprabhu, they are very close associates. Mahaprabhu would call out, Pundarik, Father, Pundarik, Father. And so who's that Pundarik? Whose name is he chanting? Must be Pundarik Aksham. Krishna, he must be chanting Krishna's name, Pundarik Aksham. He has lotus-like eyes. Father, Father, Pundarik. So the devotees, who is this Pundarik? Do we know this Pundarik? Mahaprabhu said, he's a very great devotee of mine. He'll be coming here soon. I cannot wait for him to come. So he's very intimate relationship with Pundarik, because Pundarik is Pundarik, father. Oh, yes, his father of Radha. Pundarik. I can't remember. What's his father's name? Huh? Vrishabhanu. Maharaj Vrishabhanu, thank you. Maharaj Vrishabhanu. So he's the father of Radharani. And who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Half Radharani. More than half. So like father and daughter there, so they had a very sweet relationship. So Mahaprabhu would address him as father because in the mood of Radharani, he was, Pundarik is the father. So anyway, he and Shrup Damodar also, Pundarik and Shrup Damodar, they're of the same caliber of understanding, advancement. And they had a very great relationship. Pundarik and Shrup Damodar also had a very intimate relationship with Pundarik. So all the devotees went there to Jagannath Puri to see the wonderful festival. And then after that, they all went back to their respective homes to do their respective duties, their respective services to Krishna. And Pundarik and Shrup Damodar were walking home and they were discussing the festival. And Pundarik says, I have one doubt. They're offering this new cloth to Jagannath, but it's been starched. So it's stiff and looks nice and new and fresh. But according to the Vedic injunction, then it's not considered pure. You should wash jute of the silk first, and if you touch starch cloth, you should again wash your hands after. But I see that these pandas, they've dressed you, Jagannath, in starch silk. Why is that? Pundari said it's part of the festival. It's new cloth. They're offering new cloth. This cloth is just the way it is. It comes out. They make it. It comes out starched. That's the custom. Jagannath's the supreme independent person. He can do as he likes. Pundari said, "Oh no, I know that. For Jagannath, it's okay. He is the supreme Lord, independent." But that doesn't mean all the pandas are independent. They can also wear starch. I guess even the king, he wears a little thing in his buggery. He has a little starch cloth, little fan. King of Puri also is wearing starch cloth. Sri Dhamma said it's just a small thing. It's just traditional festival. There's nothing wrong with it. If there was something wrong with it, Jagannath, he would have stopped it by now. He would have told the king, they would have stopped it. But it's going on, generation after generation. That's okay, I know that, for Jagannath, that's okay. But does that mean everybody in Puri, just because you live in Puri, become Brahman? Jagannath can do it, he's the Parabrahman. But does that mean all the Puri Pandas, just because they take birth in Puri, they're Brahman also? And Sri does it. Asana. Who is it? Sri Damodar and Sanatana? Pundari. No, yeah, Pundari. Yeah, so just let the festival go on as usual. It's a traditional Naimitika Seva festival. It's been going on all these years. So they were talking and laughing and joking about the whole. It was very, very light talk. And they were joking, and so then they departed for their own houses. It's difficult to hear with echo. So anyway, they went to their homes. They went to their home, and for their evening services. Well, that night, Pundarik had a dream, and Lord Jagannath and Balaram, they came into the land, from the land of dreams, into the land of dreams. Balaram, very strong, and Jagannath also strong. Balaram was very heroic, and they were marching towards Pundarik. Very, very heroic march, what Kshatriya says. And they went right up to him. You don't like this festival? Yes? You don't like the way I conduct my festival? You're criticizing my pujaris. I have ordained this festival, and you're saying it's not bona fide? Slapping, both slapping. Cheeks were becoming swollen. And he had big rings on his finger rings. So you could see the indents of finger rings. And they were slapping again and again. And Pundarika was crying, mercy, mercy, have mercy on me, Jagannath. I'm an offender. I didn't mean to offend you. Please have mercy. But still they would not stop. They kept slapping for maybe 1 hour or something. Long time. Face was really and red with finger marks and ring marks. You think that we're not following really proper principles here. We don't know the Vedic culture, that we're offering starch cloth. If you don't think we're cultured here, there you go back to your own countries where they're cultured people. We don't want you, you can go and see, go back to your own places. There you can do as you like in your own place. Let Jagannath's festival go on. So actually there was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came in the form of Lord Jagannath. Jagannath is Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu is Jagannath. So in the form of Jagannath, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and slapped him again. Pundarik is Maharaj Vishwabhanu and Maharaj. Anyway, like this, after this they stopped beating and then they left. But next morning, Sri Damodar came. And he saw this. So Pundarik wasn't around, there's no lights on. So then he saw him in his room. Oh, come on, let's go and see Jagannath. Go to Jagannath temple. So Pundarik came out and, oh my God, what's happened to your face? Look, it's all swollen. What's happening? Oh, no. So Jagannath came to me last night, started to beat me because I was criticizing his dress and his pandas and and the devotees of Puri, even the king. So he has given me a very good punishment. I can always remember this. So it's very astonishing. I've never seen like this before. If he had arranged this pastime outside somewhere, more public, and it got known as more public, they would criticize. People would criticize. What kind of Lord you are worshipping? He comes and slaps your face. So they would criticize. So Lord Jagannath, he does it in the dream world. He appears through the dream world and he performs his pastimes. So outside people are atheists. They cannot understand what's going on. Oh, so in this way, Lord Jagannath performs his wonderful pastimes with his devotees. We have a similar pastime here in Rajapur, Shrimantadipa. Ratiyatra time. This was before ISKCON took temple over. And one devotee of Jagannath, young boy, he's a rickshaw driver. So he went to the temple and he said, Jagannath, Pujari, give me some Mahaprasad. Give some for my friend. He gave a little leaf putter or something. Took it outside to his friend. His friend was a rickshaw driver also, but he was a Muslim. So his friend said, here, take prasad. And the Muslim boy said, why you say it's prasadam? How can it be prasadam? So we don't accept that God is a person. Our scripture says, you cannot know him. He is so great. But how you can know him? So he's not like that. He doesn't like have a form like that. So how can he, why do you call it prasadam? They're offering it to Jagannath, but how can it be called prasadam? Because Jagannath is one. What did they say? So how can he eat if he has no form? So how can I accept this is prasadam? Therefore, I don't accept it. So he put it on the floor. So that night, Lord Jagannath came in the dream world as well. And Balaram came, and he pushed the Muslim boy on the floor, and he started to beat him and slap him again and again and again. Boy was crying out, "Mercy, mercy, have mercy on me, Jagannath, please, please, have mercy." Yes, this would be my mercy to you. I'll give you a change of body. Slapping and beating and beating. I'm sorry, Jagannath, I made an offense. I won't do it anymore, I promise. So Balaram is beating still. He says, you know, my brother, he's worshipped by honoring his Mahaprasadam. In Vrindavan, you worship Krishna by taking the dhuli, dust. In Mayapur, you worship Krishna by chanting Hare Krishna. In Jagannath Puri, you worship Lord Jagannath by honoring Mahaprasad. Mahaprasad ki jai. Yeah. And you threw it on the ground and you disrespected it and said, So finally they finished beating him. Subhadra came. No, Jagannath. Balaram said, I will kill you, I will kill you. Subhadra said, yes, kill him, kill him. And Lord Jagannath said, no, don't kill him. So then Jagannath and Balaram and Subhadra disappeared from the scene. Next morning, the Muslim boy went to the temple of Pujari and he said, can you offer this to Lord Jagannath? He brought some flowers and some sweet and some paisa and things like that. And he offered, can you please give this to Lord Jagannath? He asked the Pujari. Pujari said, you're a Muslim boy, you're not usually coming and worshipping, why today you will come? So then he told him the story, what had happened in the nighttime in his dream. He said, I made a very, very big offense. So please ask him to forgive me and ask him, does he have any Mahaprasad? I would like to honor a little bit of Jagannath's Mahaprasad. Jagannath Swami ki. Yeah. So, similar as the Puri pastime. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Jagannath Swami ki jai. Natural Shabam ki jai. Oh, no, not natural Shabam. It's the... we have some prasad there, don't we? It's Jagannath prasad. There's some in the bag. Anyway, this is from temple Jagannath.